Welcome back. Today we are going to learn how linked list and array list is working and how add functionality is working in this both list. So let's start with this basic thing. We'll see how linked list first. We'll see how linked list is working. Let's understand what is the linked list and how that functionality working. If you see the linked list, we can see the nodes over there. So each node going to carry the current object, address of the next object. We have double linked list, circular linked list, we have multiple linked lists there. But we will talk about the linked list what we are using in Java. So a node will be like this. One node, from the node one side it will take the data, next one it will carry the next address. This next will be carry the address of the next object. So like that it will be carry on. Okay. So linked list store the data and address of the next object as I told you. When user want to add the object, it will add the end of the list always. We have option to add in between the linked list also. On the in the time of coding, I'll tell you how it will be working. And it just repointed to artist. When you want to add or delete a particular index object in the linked list, what will do? It will not going to re-index shuffle each other. It just remove that object or add that object. Then that next pointer it will be going to be reordered again. For example, I'm trying to delete this object. Okay, so what will happen? This will be deleted like that. Then this next it will be carry the address of this object. Okay, so like this it will work. If you have a logic where you have to update delete from your list of data, then it's a linked list the best option. Now what is array list? We'll see what is the array list, how array list is working. Same thing, it will be list, it will be carry the similar type of object or heterogeneous object, but here it will be it's stored into a index manner. We don't carry any we don't carry any object address of the next object. It will be purely index based. See, data 1, data 2, data 3, it will be like that. It will be index 0, 1, 2, 0 up to 9 we have. Okay, so as I told you, it will store the data of the object, store in the index. When you want to add the object, it will be add end of the list mostly, not mostly every time, but we have option to insert in between, but that will be like costly for the list because it need to re-index again. If you delete or modify delete or add anything, you want to modify the array, it always going to re-index the whole the list, so it will be costly for the array list. So that's why actually when you want to use a huge data and you just read that data or do some business logic on that, you are not modifying, you are not deleting, you are not adding to list randomly, then list is the best option. You have uh, it will be faster than linked list. But if you want to delete, if you want to add, then linked list is the best option. Welcome to coding session. We'll see here how linked list working. I simply create a linked list. I add 3 value over there, and next I add a value to specific to particular index, second index. Let me run this application. So it started. So we'll see now how to that. So linked list there, that is now empty. See, this is the first time I'm going to add it. How it will be work? We'll see. Let's add. E is there. See, if you see here, link last. So whenever you want to add anything, it's always going to add link to last object. Okay, so before creating the last object, what will do? It will create one last, this last, but as I say, initial object last will be null. Okay, then I'll create a node. As I told you, a linked list going to store the data in node. So we'll create a node. So node is going to carry what it will be carry? L E null. Okay. So how node is there? We can go here. We can understand like previous element, current element, next element. Okay. So the L is the previous element, but here is the null. E is the current element. Next element is null. Then we'll make last element is the whatever the current we did, we make it as last. Okay. Then if L double equal to null, this is null, right? First time is null. So it will say new list as a first element. Else L dot next. I got this one node, so node having the next equal to the new node. Okay, then size and this will be increased. What will be size and mode will be work? When you're going to work inside the node, it will be working. Next we press this three added here. Nothing much over here. A simple add functionality. It will add and done. So it will be. So as you know, add it will be written a boolean object. So it's written a true. We are done. Now it came to second index. Okay. So how it will work in second index? Same thing. It's coming to here. It's coming to here. But here, what will happen in this time? Last having the object. If we see last having the object, it's assigned to L. So current, whatever the currently I pass by this one, it is the previous object. This is the current element. This is a null. If you're saying every time next object we are passing as a null, then what is the use of this one? Actually, the next object is going to assign here actually. You see, we are assigning. So same functionality, it will be create node, it will be assigned last. Here null is not the L is sorry L is not null, so it will come to else part. So next is added. So here if you go to this node, now I have a previous element, I have current element, now I have a next element also after this line. After this line. So done. We don't have much anything. So like that also S3 also similar way. But what will happen when you're trying to add to specific index? It will come to here. It's index element. So whatever index you're going to pass, it will check this position. As this really that position exists or not. We can pass any number in the index. We can pass any number. So it will check that index present or not. It will check present index. If it is true, if it is false, then it will throw array index bound exception. How this will be checked? Very simple one. It will check with the length and come back. See, position index is simply check with the size. Okay. So sorry, my mistake. Yeah. So it's coming. I have the data, so my index is fine. So it is not throwing an exception. It's coming here. It's checking index. Here still I'm checking index will be. It may sometime it may be the last index we are passing. Okay, so what will happen in that case? Index is 2, size is more than 2, so 3. So what will it's not going to be last. Okay, it's not going to be last. It's going to in between. So it's coming to last means a similar way how previous we saw was link in between. So how link in between will be work? We have a element node. We create a node. Sorry, we are going to face the particular index node. Okay, so I'm checking this index size node. I'm fast. Then this for loop is running. The next sequence and then the return. Depend on the index. We are trying to face the particular node. Okay, see, this is the part of the code. Now we are going link before. Link before we put. This is the current index what we are passing from the code. This is the index. This is the node of the what of the index we pass. This is the data what we pass from the code. This is the data what as per the index we pass. So they're saying this is the previous success the previous. What is the previous is there is going to be previous of this one now. So it will be like I'm moving this previous to this one. Then new node I created for this E. Then if you see success, okay, success dot previous equal to this is going to be previous. Then I'm adding repeated null, then past, then else this one new node. Very simple one. The no difficulty we have here. Simple thing. So I believe now you understand how linked list is working. If you see here str1, str2, the str5 added to index 2, then str3, str1, str2, str3 should be there, but it's switch index to it. Index always start from 0. Okay, so done. Now we need to see how RList is working. As we saw already linked lists, RList will be very common for us. You're not going to get any difficulty over here. So first we'll see how basic starting of the list is done. See in the list we are storing the data RF object. We don't have node, we don't have previous node, nothing will be there. So what will be there? Whenever you add, node count will be +1. Then add functionality. It will like E means current element data. This is something like array of objects. See array of object. Then this is size. Okay, size also. So we'll go inside. We'll see what is working. See, see, this is the object. This is the int. So we are checking s equal to element dot get length. S means this size, right? Element. This is this one. This one is it. This length and s size is equal or not. If it is equal, then we need to grow it. So if you ask me how it will be growing, see growing plus size plus one. And always one plus one one keep on increasing. If it is not equal, okay, mostly it will not going to be more than that one because we are keep on adding. It will be not going to more. It will be equal or less. So so that's why we don't have any else condition. We directly come here. Then we find out the index size index. We pass it and we add it. Okay. What after adding this object, we increase the size s plus one. We increase the size. So next time when it will come, size it will be here. It will be. Okay. I hope you understand. Very simple one. We'll go back. Done. If you see now list having one object. Now we see I need to add test. See here if you see in the index one I have test, but I want to add test one as a first index. So I'll make it index 0 and doing. See here. Same here check range. Same thing. It will check your index is in between a current element range or not. It will check that one. Then what will do? It will check the size. Is check the element data, length, everything will be checked. If it is equal, then it will grow it. If it is not, what will the system.rf copy? It's going to copy. So whenever you trying to this one, what I told you, right? Whenever you trying to modify means inserting data, deleting data will do from an array, it will be overridden for the JVM. So that's why system.rf array copy. It's always going to override. It's going to take all the data to another array, then add it, then merge it. So that is the issue here. See element data to this one. Okay, what we pass object position, object destination position integer. So it will say this position, this position, this position. So this is the process to copy another memory location, then merge it. It will be difficult for us. But still, Java is handling better than us. It's working fine for us. So now it's going here. System is there. Then element data index we added it. Then size increase one more increase and we are done. Okay. Now if you see list having two data. Hope you understand. Uh, thank you for watching my video. Next time onwards, I'll try to improve myself and try to give more details and the different Java collection framework, other framework. I hope you are doing well. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next video.